So, I have a new goal this year. At the moment, we're producing maybe 20 or 30% of our vegetable intake, which is great. It's actually a lot of veggies just doing that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 raised beds, plus a food forest / orchard, which is, it's really only in its first year at the moment, so it's not producing a huge amount just yet. And I've just started digging up another very large vegetable section. At the moment, it's only about 4 meters by 4 meters, but I'm hoping to have it about 20 meters by 4, maybe a bit more. We'll see how I go. I've been working on putting together a plan of the vegetables and plants that we would need to feed my family of 4 for an entire year. So this is what I'm aiming for. This is my big new goal. Ideally, in the first year, I would like to be making it to about 60 to 80% of our fruit and veg intake. Maybe not the fruit because the orchard's still doing its thing. But for the vegetables that we eat all the time, I would like to make it to about 60 to 80% of what we eat. And then hopefully next year, or by next year, we'll be at almost 100%. Aside from a few specialty items, we'll see how we go there. But we're going into autumn now in Australia here. And I'm planning on putting in a whole heap of different things. So broccoli, potatoes, cabbages, onions, pretty much anything that I can grow throughout the winter. I'm going to give it a go. And I'm going to try and grow a lot more than I usually would, which means I need to sort out how I'm storing things as well. I don't know if you've watched our earlier videos, but we live in a little sort of shanty shack thing at the moment while we get our house built. So we actually don't have a huge amount of space. If we're going to be living here forever, if this was our forever home, I would build a root cellar, which would be amazing. Dreaming one day. It'll happen. But for now, there's a whole heap of different things that we can do, like storing things in boxes that have dirt in them, like for the potatoes and the carrots. Ow, bug, I got bitten. I've also started glassing eggs the last 2 years, which is where you put your eggs into a lime solution and it preserves them through most of the winter, which I did it last year for the first time and it worked amazingly. I was really happy with that. This season, unfortunately, I miscalculated how many eggs I would need, so I did not do enough, and we're not even into the end of autumn yet. Very smart of me. But I've learnt for next year, and hopefully I'll get it right next year. We'll see. For now, I did pick up a whole heap of potatoes from the grocery store today, and I'm just going to be planting grocery potatoes and seeing how they go. I've planted them in the past, and honestly, not a terrible crop, so I'm gonna do that.
Let's get back to digging a garden. After maticking each patch, I removed all the grass, then added a whole heap of mulch and compost from the chicken shed.
So this is our carrot tape that I've just planted. I tried it earlier in the spring and it worked really well. So I'm going to plant a heap more in autumn now. And then in between these, I'm going to plant a heap of corn as well to sort of double the space that we're using. Still got some potato tubers in here from last time. Yeah, that'll be fine. It'll be fine. So this makes it way, way easier to put out things like carrots and onions. They do these for onions as well. You're still going to have to thin some of them out, but it just makes it so much easier than it otherwise would be. So now I'm going to plant a couple of rows of corn into the middle of this bed, about 10 centimeters apart, and hopefully we will get those to grow throughout the autumn. This is a bit of an experiment. I'm not sure how well it's going to grow as it gets colder around here, but we don't get frosts, so I'm going to give it a go. And if it fails, well, it's a couple of dollars a corn seed. If not, we might get a whole heap of corn, which would be amazing. I have 2 packets here, which is, I think it's about 40 plants all up, or 40 seeds all up. So it won't be a huge crop, but hopefully it will be enough for us to sort of snack on some during the winter, which would be really, really cool if we could make that work. And then I've got carrots all down the side. I'll probably do 2 rows of carrots along the whole border of this bed with a big clump of corn in the middle. And we'll see if it works. It may not. But I'm game to try. This bed is drip irrigated. My husband put in some drip lines earlier in the season, and it's been doing a wonderful job of keeping the whole bed nice and moist, and hopefully that will be better than my sketchy watering schedule. What is it? A rock?
Look.
Oh, can I have a
And we're nearly up to a dinosaur bone.
You're nearly up to oh, are you guys digging for a dinosaur bone?
No.
No? You're not digging for dinosaur bones?
No.
Where were you digging for then?
We aren't digging for anything.
Okay.
We are just digging a pit.
You're just digging a pit?
Yep.
Okay. Last I saw was a pretty deep pit. It's looking good. Do you like it? Okay.
Did you help with some?
Well, maybe a little bit. I dug it a little bit deeper for you. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you know I eat sunflower seeds?
Do you now? Well, I don't have any sunflower seeds. Those are corn. And these are carrot.
And I eat corn too.
You eat corn too? Well, hopefully we're going to eat a lot of corn. That would be really nice. Do you reckon that'd be good?
No, dried corn.
Well, you're not eating the dried corn because I've just planted it. And this is chicken compost because, yeah, that'd be gross. Your face is filthy. You have food all over it.
There is some in the chicken.
You're not eating the chicken food.
I will.
No, you won't. No, because there's rats. Ew. We don't eat the chicken food or the dog biscuits.
Or the cat biscuits.
Or the cat biscuits. We eat the human food.
And the rock.
Thanks for the rock. All right, so I want to go through my beds so that I know what I've planted. I can check this video later and I can remember what I planted. So, okay, this far section out here, that's all potato, and there's going to be a few beans or snow peas sort of things in between each of the potatoes. Haven't decided on the rest of this section yet, but this whole bed is garlic, which I planted yesterday. This bed is corn through the middle, and then all around the outsides is carrots. So that's awesome. I've then got ignore all the mess, that's on cleanup day tomorrow. I've got 2 beds of sweet potato because we eat a lot of sweet potato. And then these ones aren't looking too exciting yet. I don't even know if you can see them, but these are, I want to say cabbage. I've got a bunch of cabbage in here. That'll hopefully grow all right. This one is kind of dying off, but it was our watermelon patch this year. We've still got 1 or 2 watermelons sitting around that we'll need to harvest soon, and then I will revamp this bed a bit.
While I work on the new veggie patches, my hubby is down in the food forest area. He's digging up the entire section. We're going to dig up all of the grass and then mulch it all and more intensively plant out some fruit trees and bushes to make it a bit more of a forest. Whilst he's doing that, the kids are having a fantastic time in the raspberry bushes. This is the raspberry bush's first season, and we've only had one raspberry bush that's actually fruited, but it has provided so many raspberries over the last 2 months, so I'm really happy with how that's going. The raspberries are also next to our super cute neighbours that the kids love coming down to feed some grass. I grew up riding horses, so for me this is super special to get to share this with my kids. Even though we don't get to ride them, it's pretty awesome.
Wow. How big that is. Well, it's been about 2 hours and the chickens have broken in through my chicken netting and destroyed my potato patch. Oh, I'm tempted to have roast chicken for dinner. I have some new growing trays and I'm going to start planting out some more seedlings. So this is the list I've put together. It is, well, actually half of it's about mushrooms, but move that one. Actually, that's part of it. The rest of it's mushrooms. But this is my feeding a family of 4 in temperate Australia lists for everything. I've gone through every single plant that I want to plant that my family enjoys eating. I've put together how many plants we would need for the year, how much square meters it'll take up, what usages they have, and what times of year that I want to be planting them. Most of the plants we do here are succession planted, aside obviously from perennials. Mushroom paper is going everywhere. Okay, let's chuck those over there. But so this is what I'm working off. It took me like a week to put all this together, but this will be what I'm basing at least this next season off, and I'll see how that goes, and I will change it as necessary. So yeah, let's hope my calculations are correct. That would be very good. But for today, I'm planting some new veggies out. I've got some Chinese cabbage or wombok, I've got mizuna, I've got some pak choy, but I've got a whole heap that I want to put in today, so let's get started. All right, so these are my seed storage things. I have 3 of these systems, 2 of which are for my herbs and my veggies and fruit trees, and then the other one's just for pretty flowers because I like pretty flowers. I just got a new shipment of seeds in, which has a whole bunch of different things. I'm very excited. I'm gonna try growing a few things that I haven't grown before, like chickpeas and soybeans and adzuki and even a bit of wheat, because, well, why not? Very cool. These ones are from Bundi Seeds. And I even got this lemongrass stalk off them, so hopefully we'll be able to grow proper lemongrass. The ones that we have been buying don't seem to ever thicken up, so I'm hoping this is a different variety that does a bit better for us. Be perfect for doing those beautiful Thai dishes. New celery, water pepper, land cress. Okay, I don't want that, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. I do want some bok choy though, because caterpillars ate all of mine, which was rather rude. Did not appreciate. 2 stars. 2 in each little thing. Oh, those holes are too deep. 1. So I've been getting pretty good germination rates of these little container things from Bunnings. They've been working pretty well. I think they're like $9. Whereas when I just had them in trays, my germination rates were not that great, largely because I kept forgetting to water them. Okay, and as far as labeling them goes, I've tried a bunch of different things, and these can smear if they get wet, but it seems to be an alright way of putting labels in. Bok choy. And then boop, ta-da, done. So easy. Alright. I find it really hard to not overplant things because I want all the seedlings, but then I also don't remove the less healthy seedlings. I just plant everything. And it's not very effective, and it's not really a good use of the seeds that I have. So I'm going to try not to waste things and not to put too much of a crop that I don't actually eat that much in, so much of. So that's going to be, it's going to be a challenge, but I can rise to the challenge. We'll do it. What's next? Fruits. Look at the color of these. I have grown these before. These are Golden Detroit, and they taste beautiful and they look so pretty. So I'll grow a few more of those. How many did I need? I'm normally not this organized. Normally my garden is absolute chaos. Just ask my husband. It drives him nuts. I just plant things wherever I feel like planting them, whenever I feel like it. And that stresses him out. So I'm going to try to plant in rows, which is going to be difficult for me. But I'm going to give it a go so that the garden is more accessible for him. Because he does love doing the veggie patch, but apparently my putting stuff everywhere just kills him a little bit. So we'll give that a go.
Here's one of the new seed trays all planted out, and here are some of my seedlings from about 2 weeks ago, and they are growing beautifully in these seed trays.
He's cute, isn't it?
He is cute.
Jack, hang on. This isn't a stick.
No, it's not a stick.
Alrighty, a few days later now, and I have planted out the next section of the patch, and all along there, that little narrow row is chickpeas. This section and this section are all soybeans, which one of my mad schemes at the moment is I'd love to try and make soy sauce. So yeah, I should probably be planting something else in here that is more practical, but that's all right. We'll see. Some of my garlic sprouts are already coming up through the soil, which is super cool. Over the last several days of digging the new veggie patch, I've developed a friendship with this cheeky little guy. He's so cute, and he'll sit about a metre away from me and snap up all the grubs that I throw over for him. Back in my other veggie patch, I have some butternut pumpkins finally starting, and they will hopefully grow up this trellis, and maybe I'll get some pumpkins by the end of autumn, which would be amazing. I also planted out, you're not going to be able to see them very well, lots and lots, about 130 onion shoots are in this garden bed. You can't see them very well, but they are there, I promise. I have Roma tomatoes that are finally starting to get a bit bigger, and they'll start ripening soon. I'm hoping to get a fair few, though the plants are looking a little bit slower and sadder than they would in the middle of summer, but I guess that's to be expected being the middle of autumn. My basil is still going absolutely insane. We've harvested so much of it for pesto and for teas, and I'm hoping I'm going to leave them in during winter and I'll see if they survive. I know sweet basil doesn't usually, but I'm going to try it. We've also been harvesting a lot of habanero and cayenne chilies, and I've got a whole bunch of sage that I'm going to make into little burners. This is just normal sage, but it smells beautiful. Ooh, get rid of that leaf. And these chilies, whew, I have 2 chili bushes and they just give me such an abundance of chilies. Well, that's that's probably enough of a garden update for you for now. If you'd like to keep on track with how we're going in the garden and what new things we're doing, I would love it if you'd like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and for people getting to view it. So follow along.